This is spearmint, not peppermint. Peppermint's a little bit too strong. And then we've got a lime, and I'm going to cut that in half. And you notice I'm going to cut this in half lengthwise from one end to the other end, not across the middle. And I'll show you why. I'll cut it in half, and then I'm going to cut it in quarters. And then, so that I can run it through the juicer, I don't want to run the rind through the juicer because it's going to be bitter. So what I do is I just take a little nick at the end of the lime, and then I peel it. I peel the skin back like this, okay? And then I peel the lime off of I peel the skin off, compost the skin, and then it's ready to run through the juicer like that, okay? So I'm going to do half a lime like that. You could use lemon if you don't have lime, but lime just has a different flavor and it's just very nice. So I'm going to peel that and compost that, and we're ready to run it through the juicer. Okay? So I'll start out with a cucumber. Now, I'm going to throw a little bit of the mint in there along with the cucumber. I'll go ahead and run that through. And I'll go ahead and throw in the lime. And I'll feed the rest of the cucumber through. Okay. I'll get done with the cucumber. And I just want to show you what, it's got a really beautiful color to it. Pour that in. Let you see the color on that. It's lighter, and it's just absolutely wonderful. I just want to say you can also, like I say, you can add stevia to it. You can add a few drops of stevia. This is Now brand stevia, and give it a sweet flavor. And so if you want it sweet, you can do that. It's absolutely wonderful. Chocolate smoothie time. Who doesn't like a chocolate smoothie? This one is absolutely wonderful. It's bananas, chocolate, coconut, water, and goji berries. And goji berries are some berries from China and Tibet that are extremely high in vitamin C. They're very high in antioxidants. They're absolutely wonderful, very healthy for you. So what I do for one person is I take 2 bananas and I just throw them in a blender. I break them up a little bit. Throw them in a blender. And usually it's about 2 bananas is good for one person. You might want a little bit less, a little bit more. I just break them up, throw them in the blender. And then I take raw chocolate, also known as cacao. And this is pure chocolate seeds or beans right off the tree. I'm going to put them in a spice mill, which is like a coffee grinder. You can use a coffee grinder just as well, just to powder them up. You don't have to powder them. You can throw them right in the blender as they are. These are called cacao nibs, and they're kind of like really coarse coffee grounds, but that's made out of pure chocolate. And I use 1 rounded tablespoon per banana. And so I just throw that in the spice mill, turn it on and blend it and powder it really quick. When I stop hearing it clicking and ticking, I know that it's powdered. And I just dump that into the, if I get my clip, I just dump that into the blender and scrape out any chocolate that's stuck inside of there. Okay. And I'm going to save the coconut and the goji berries to mix them into the smoothie after I blend it, because I like to have a little texture in my smoothie, and the coconut thickens it up really nicely. So I'll add those later. So let's go ahead and blend this. I'll go ahead and get this on. and then make sure it's on low, and let's blend it.
Hey, Ken, old buddy, how you doing? What's going on? What's cooking? What's happening? You got any burgers? You got any burritos here?
That's okay. We'll edit this out. We'll stop and edit this out. Okay, Jeff, man, I'm filming a video here.
A video?
I'm sorry. This is my friend Jeff McFeely, or as we like to call him, Touchy McFeely.
Touchy.
So what's up?
Yeah. You know this whole thing with calling me Touchy McFeely? I don't get it. I mean, people call me this.
You're always touching people, man.
No. Some other play on the words going on there. Ready? But anyhow, what's happening here?
I'm doing a raw food video.
I'm
showing people how to make raw food, man. This is a chocolate smoothie I'm making.
Yeah. Well, what's with the sign on the door?
Well, the sign was to keep people out. It was, didn't you see it? I mean, it said we're videotaping.
Yeah, I saw it.
No interruptions.
But that's for your family or your friends or neighbors, not for me. I'm your buddy. Come on, I'm your buddy.
You're my
Anyways,
buddy,
I'm in sales. Can you imagine if every time I went up to a door and it said like no trespassing and no solicitation and no salesman, I listened to it, I'd be out of business. Salesmen of the world would be out of business. The thing would stop dead. You got any fried food here? Anything like that?
No, I don't have any fried food.
No?
No, it's all raw vegetarian, no beer.
Yeah.
I used to make my own beer, but not anymore.
This is salad. This is rabbit food.
No,
yeah,
well,
rabbit food.
You build strong bones and muscles with rabbit food.
Rabbit food. You know the old story about the rabbit's foot, right? It's real lucky. People carry around rabbit's foot. Wasn't lucky for the rabbit, was it? He had 4 of them. And you know why? Because he eats this stuff.
I'll tell you what. You eat this stuff, you're going to feel good.
Do you seriously eat this stuff?
I seriously eat it. This is all I eat.
Whoa. I had 5 giant coffees today. I got to go. I mean, I really got to go.
All right, you go. All right. All right, I'll see you. Somebody lock the door, please. Okay, so anyway, let's go ahead and blend this. Put on low. Oh, forgot water. That's what happens when you get interrupted. Okay, so let me put some water. And you just put enough water to cover the bananas. Yeah, just about like that. And put it in there. And I usually turn it off and turn it back on just to catch any banana that may get stuck in the bottom. Then I go ahead and pour it in the glass and add the coconut and the gojis. I'll leave a little room for the gojis and the coconut. And I love coconut, so I'm not shy about it. I'll put a few tablespoons in there. And a few gojis, maybe a tablespoon of gojis. And then just mix it all in there. And you got a nice thick smoothie. It's awesome. I wish you could taste that. I have another smoothie I love I call it Deep Blue. It's a blueberry smoothie. It's got blueberries, bananas, water, coconut, and if you like to add it as an option, you can put in blueberry concentrate, and it's really wonderful. Same basic recipe as all of my smoothies. And I compost the skins, and I just break them up, throw them in the blender. And there we go with that. And then I'll just throw in however many blueberries I feel like that day. And usually pretty much on any day I feel like a lot of blueberries because I really love blueberries. And of course with a smoothie you can use any kind of fruit, but for this one I'll throw a lot of blueberries in here. These are absolutely wonderful organic blueberries. They're so sweet and they're absolutely great. And they're slammed full of antioxidants as well. So throw in some of those. And normally I mix in the dry coconut, the shredded coconut, in the glass after I blended it. But I'm going to go ahead and throw it in the blender because that doesn't hurt anything. So I'll do a few tablespoons of that, big heaping tablespoons because I love coconut also. Maybe three tablespoons of coconut. And then this is blueberry concentrate. And this comes from a company called Herbisway, and it's called Blueberry Magic. This is incredible. It's very expensive, though. A 2-ounce bottle is $25, so it's not something that I'm going to do every day. But every once in a great while, it's really wonderful. You don't need this in this blueberry smoothie, but you take that and squirt it in, and oh man, it's good. So we'll do that. Oh, it even smells incredible. Whew. All right, and then pour water up to the level of the fruit. Cold water, by the way. If you don't have cold water handy, then just throw in some ice cubes and a little bit more water so that it doesn't get too thick. And some people like to use orange juice. That's fine too. And blend it up. Do another little blendy blend to catch any banana that may be left. And then we serve it. And this is awesome. Look at that. Look at that color. That is incredible. Yummy, yummy, yummy. That is awesome. Taste that. That's awesome. And you know what? You can throw chocolate in there. You can throw in raw cacao. Incredible. A while back, I got an idea for making homemade sports drinks, or Gatorades, if you want to call them that, from Dr. Doug Graham, who is a raw food pioneer. And he had some great ideas for making homemade sports drinks to replenish the body's electrolytes and nutrients when you're doing physical activity or sports or anything like that. And so he had a nice recipe of taking a banana in a quart of water and blending it and just drinking that before doing any physical exertion, and then drinking it again after doing the exertion. And I tried it, and it really works. It really you have more energy when you're doing the physical activity, and then when you get done, you recover much faster and you feel better. So I took his idea, and I made some other recipes for sports drinks, and one of them is a pineapple drink. I also like to do watermelon and apple. That's a really wonderful drink, and I've got a recipe in my book for that. But I'm going to show you how to make a pineapple sports drink, and I'm also in the process going to show you how to peel and quarter a pineapple, because it seems to be something a lot of people are not quite sure about. But basically, you take a pineapple, turn it on its side, cut the top off, and actually, I cut this one very close to the. If you cut a little bit farther down into the fruit of the pineapple, you can actually take it, and if you live in a warm area like Florida, you can put it in the ground and grow it, and it'll grow like a weed. They're just amazing, and then you'll have pineapples for yourself. But I cut that one off very close. I'm gonna compost that. I'm gonna get this out of the way. And so I cut the top off, cut the bottom off, and then go around and cut the sides, peel them down kind of close